different. And I realize, you know, a whole lot has happened to you since then. How do you feel about the whole year, about everything that's gone down?
Yo, man, I'm more than happy on what's been going on. I'm more than happy with the move, more than happy to really get my career going like I wanted to go, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I can't do nothing but be happy, you know? And some people told me, yo, I made a bad decision. What you think?
Nah. Family unit.
Most definitely.
The one question I always want to ask you is, every time the media wants to say someplace and use you guys as a tool,
you know that's right.
You know, for negativity. How do you feel about that?
Well, see, in my mind, you got to define negative. You know, if I teach you something you don't know, for me, that's positive.
Yeah.
You know, if you learn something from a good experience or a bad experience, that's positive. So, you know, they can squash all that.
Security to the masses and situating what other people are feeling about it. That's kind of disgusting, though, if you ask me. And not only that, why not have a conversation with Brother Ice Cube? Whether you agree with him or not, why continue a dirty cycle black people have been doing to each other for countless amount of years? Being our own self-enemies in the worst way you can imagine. You use the platform to spew that rhetoric that you did. Whether people agree with D.L. Hughley or not, it's rhetoric when you put it among the masses and you misconstrue what Ice Cube was trying to do. Now, he clearly said it bold and
on the TV this morning. Had this shit on about living in a violent world. Showed all these foreign places foreigners living on. Started thinking, man, either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
I gotta hit a nigga with the moist walk. Ooh. The moist walk. Hey, we gonna hit him with the moist walk. Hey, we gonna hit him with the moist walk. Hey, we gonna hit him with the moist walk. Hey, we gonna hit him with the moist walk. Hey, we gonna hit him with the moist walk. Hey, we gonna hit him with the moist walk.
Many of you have problems finding clothes, but if you look in the description box for the information, you can find information for Top Notch clothing brand. Top Notch MME is a high-end streetwear brand for men and women with a top-notch sense of style. And look, guys, I wear it. I just bought my own clothing and they're top-notch for real. Look, they're not just a top-notch brand, they're a way of life. Go get your own very own top-notch brand clothing.
Today's guest is Ice Cube as we discuss Donald Trump's platinum plan for black people, an Ice Cube contract for black America. What's good, YouTube family? This your God Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of IsmokeHiphop Live. Look, man, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. Come be part of the most winningest team out here. Look in the description box for my Cash App, PayPal, Instagram, Twitter, all that goodish, and my P.O. box. Send me anything to promote for you guys. Send it to the P.O. box. Let's go. Look, y'all, I see a lot going on with the Ice Cube situation right now. And I know politics get very nasty. You know what I'm saying? I just want to address certain hypocrisy. I'm being slick when I say that. I didn't really want to make a video about the Ice Cube situation, but I'm noticing, let me talk to our people right quick, man. There's a lot of wild ish going on there with the Ice Cube.
Taking rap music literally for everything that's said is like taking TV literally. You have TV programs and you have the news. With rap music, you have the same thing. Of course, the TV programs are in most parts fiction, and the news is real. And with my record, you have both. You have the news and you have the fictional things that happen, and that's a part of life in a lot of cases.
So it'd be pretty dumb to do everything that your lyrics advocate.
The Ice Cube situation. But I'm noticing, let me talk to our people right quick, man. There's a lot of wild ish going out there with the Ice Cube situation, and I think whatever the Democratic plantation got and the power of the Joe Bidens of the world, whatever they got a hold on my people, bro, I can't explain it, bro. Whether you believe in Ice Cube or not and you don't like what he does, to critique this brother in and out, left and right, as if he was a leader in real life of the black people, and he let us down, and he sent us to Darth Vader himself, i.e. aka Trump. And it's like, bruh, like, I understand you hate this man, which I really can't narrow it deeply to that, but to each his own. I try not to get in politics. Everybody know who I voted for and going to vote for again. And it is what it is. I don't try to act like I'm better than nobody else and tell my votes. But to watch y'all continually stick up for one particular party and not feel no way at all about it. The only people who can somewhat engage in a debate of voting and all that is the people who choose not to vote because they say they don't believe in neither party. I can somewhat salute somebody like that. But all you individuals who's like, he sold us out and he went to Trump. But where's the same rhetoric and whiff-a-raws for Joe Biden? Now let's talk about Joe Biden. I'm not gonna be fake like you guys and act like we haven't been watching Trump for the last 30 years, way before he even ran for the presidency of the United States of America. I'm not gonna be like you guys worrying about what a certain media corporate entities tell me who to hate and not to hate. I'm not one of these fools as well to act like racism doesn't exist. Nah, I'm not that at all. But to act like I'm about to get into systemic outrage. I know we talk about systemic racism, but we never talk about a systemic...
I am Sakar, master of the supernatural. Through time and space, I bring you Afro Sheen conditioner and hairdress. Its oils and conditioners help shield your natural from the evils of the elements and help hold back the demons of dull dryness. Unveil the luster of your hair. Bring your natural out of the ordinary with Afro Sheen, the cosmetic forces behind the supernatural.
Advocated all sorts of weird things anyway. Why do you think people are picking on you?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't take the time to follow Ice Cube's career and understand what Ice Cube's about. You know, I'm a young black man with very strong views, and I'm not the only one that hold these views about the system. I'm made in America, and what happens is they like to call me racist, but in fact, I'm the victim of racism. I'm just reacting to the system's racism. And how could you justify by calling me a racist?
Media corporate entities tell me who to hate and not to hate. I'm not one of these fools as well to act like racism doesn't exist. Nah, I'm not that at all. But to act like I'm about to get into systemic outrage. I know we talk about systemic racism, but we never talk about a systemic outrage. You know, a Negro see a certain dude get mad at another dude, and if he has notoriety, everybody jumps and join that bandwagon. Although their talking points are regurgitated after one another, none of them actually making sense. And if you want to say they're making sense, it's still the same spin cycle instead of sticking with the point. Why not talk to Trump? You know what I mean? That's the train coming, so I'm gonna try to talk over the train. Why not talk to Trump? And I'm gonna walk away from the train just so you guys can hear me better. Why not talk to Trump? You know what I mean? I'm gonna wait for this train to go by, y'all. I'm a country boy, and I stay in the country. You gotta work with me, man. I'm a country boy. Hold on. All right, we good. Now, you gotta understand, like, Joe Biden has done far more worse to black people as a whole over the last 40-something years, and you guys let him get away with it. It's not even the white people who play spin doctor for him. It's all these sophisticated black people out here, such as Roland Martin, D.L. Hughley, to see the spin that these people do for this man. It's outrageous, man. It's not disturbing because it's not shocking. Disturbing will be part of shocking, and I'm not shocked. Black people, we have been doing this to each other for years, so I'm not shocked. But D.L. Hughley, Ice Cube answered you the best way he could by giving you the middle finger. Now, somebody like me want to just let you know what it is. Now, the truth about you, D.L. Hughley, you just angry because you couldn't be the face to save Negroes. It seemed to be a contest in the world of the
to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
From there tonight.
Indeed, I did have a relationship with Ms. Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that.
Just let you know what it is. Now, the truth about you, D.L. Hughley, you just angry because you couldn't be the face to save Negroes. It seemed to be a contest in the world of then these conscious Hotep type dudes. You know what I'm saying? Hotep is not a derogatory term. That's actually the conscious terminology, what these guys call themselves. Now, it seems to be a situation going on, a race. Oh, all right, the train left. A race to compete to be the so-called unquote leader of black diaspora. Being slick again, saying of black people in general as a whole. It's kind of like this shirt, the masses looking at this one individual, which is a bear, with the money, and the masses are flourishing towards it. Y'all see it right now. And that's the perfect analogy. Like, at the end of the day, D.L. Hughley, just like the Roland Martin, nice try. You tried to set up Ice Cube. He came on your weak, well, I don't want to call it a weak platform. You was just making me almost giving you somewhat respect. And then you go down the lines of being Roland Martin again, the typical situation that you are, bro. You ambushed him with, and by using 4 females, knowing the climate that females are in today, they need one another, they need unity, and I concur, I agree, and I have nothing against that. But for you to use 4 black women to engage in rhetoric towards Ice Cube and dismiss what he was saying and why he did it, then you had D.L. Hughley, to call it platinum. I get what D.L. Hughley is saying. So often you have a certain race group, i.e. white people, they'll take either an intellectual, it doesn't even have to be an intellectual black person, someone who's black of influence. The influence is the only thing that matters. And they take that influence and they make that influence speak to you and I in a way. And they might use subliminals like when they have MC Hammer KFC commercials and they catch the popcorn. Woo! They do something like that. Or the Kool-Aid commercials, always the black kid gotta be like Dynamite Extra. So I get what he's saying. But why did the platinum has to be ratchet or something?
Kobe Bryant. So this kid's playing in the NBA?
Yeah. You think you got it made? Look at him. The Laker at 18.
Yeah, you think you
got you.
I like it at 18.
The rookie game. Yeah.
You think you got it made? So you won the slam dunk contest.
Just believe in yourself.
Gotta be like Dynamite Extra, so I get what he's saying. But why did the platinum has to mean ratchet or something ghetto? That just means your own narratives of black people is coming out, D.L. Hughley. Because when your insecurity, should I say, is coming out, when you hear platinum, you feel a certain insecurity and an inferiority. Look, y'all, it's a long story of my teeth today. My pronunciation's a little butch and botched right now. But D.L. Hughley is literally looking at it as a situation where, he's nervous when he hears these platinum words. Because when he hears platinum, he thinks of Pookie down the street with big ass earrings and 5 extra chains and all. That's what he thinks. So he's projecting his insecurities to the masses and situating what other people are feeling about it. That's kind of disgusting, though, if you ask me. And not only that, why not have a conversation with Brother Ice Cube? Whether you agree with him or not, why continue a dirty cycle black people have been doing to each other for countless amount of years? being our own self-enemies in the worst way you can imagine. You use the platform to spew that rhetoric that you did. Whether people agree with D.L. Hughley or not, it's rhetoric when you put it among the masses and you misconstrue what Ice Cube was trying to do. Now, he clearly said it bold and day. Jesse said it, the gumbo on CNN, and Roland Martin and all these other networks. He said, and even Tone Black, or Tone Space or Tone Black, I don't know what the name of that guy, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He clearly explained what he meant, and yet people don't want to listen when he tells you he presented this platinum contract to Joe Biden. Look, I don't even agree with I'll go to that later. He presented the platinum contract to Joe Biden and the Dems, and they're like, look, man, we got an election to win, man. We'll look at it when we're done with the elections, and you want us to trust that? But yet there's no backlash for Joe Biden saying it. In fact, there's never backlash for several things Joe Biden has said. And the only reason he got backlash...
Just watch it.
What's up, Jake? What up? Where's Calvin? At the J.O.B., man. What? He's still flipping those burgers at Mickey D's?
Thanks, Calvin.
He says he has a plan, man.
Meet the newest member of our management team, Calvin.
Congratulations.
All right. Over here, my boy, too. Like that.
Yo, Calvin.
May we help you? Not much, man. Well, I'm out. Hey, yo, Calvin. Now, what's the word on that job thing? Not for me. For a friend of mine. Word.
Don't go anywhere.
See, when I was little, I used to think I was cool. I kind of still think I'm cool for the things, and I'm handle all this showbiz and whiz, it don't make me no difference.
And what does NWA stand for?
Niggas with attitudes, of course. You knew that.
Of course, I knew that, but they didn't know that. Why did you choose that name?
Because we wanted to scare a lot of people, Do I look scary? We wanted to scare a lot of people, start a little commotion, let, the kids around here relate to it, and
It's reality.
Most definitely, like my t-shirt.
Oh, explain your t-shirt.
My reality, no matter how happy you could be, might put a dent in the program,
Backlash for Joe Biden saying it. In fact, there's never backlash for several things Joe Biden has said. And the only reason he got backlash for saying, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you ain't black, because black people was low-key embarrassment, because for the first time, white people get to look at us and go, wow, are these people in the Stockholm Syndrome, to the point Joe Biden can say something as bold and outrageous and lavish like that, and we not say nothing? So for the first time, you guys had to look in that mirror, self-reflection, and y'all had to see, damn, Joe Biden called out a secret that everybody knows. Black people will simp for the Democratic Plantation Party no matter what is being done. In fact, Joe Biden, y'all try to say he changed his minds. People are allowed to change their minds and opinion. The way he used to feel about certain laws, it was just laws he helped pass, not something deeper. But Joe Biden was spewing rhetoric that he felt solely in his heart. Forget about the laws that he changed to incarcerate so many people of color. What about the speeches he had over the last 40 years? He told you who he is. He told you, and what he called us, we're uncivilized to a certain degree, but it's not our fault. This is what the man said in the 70s. We're uncivilized. Maybe you might agree, maybe you won't agree, but it tells you about his rhetoric, who he is. This the man said the IQ of majority of us doesn't really match the IQ of his grandfathers, and that's another reason why.
Monday's girl is fine and hip, and this S-curl style says my hair is whipped. Wednesday's girl I can persuade. With this look, I know my hair is laid. With S-curl style, I'm good to go. And Friday's girl lets me know. Sunday's girl is the best. She makes
him forget all the rest.
For smooth styles, S-curls going on. For the man's.
I call rape.
I have trouble because I see the anger out there. I feel the anger directed at me as a white person.
You see,
specifically.
Excuse me, you see the anger, but you don't understand the anger. That's the problem.
Okay.
People don't take time. People think that, the 60s, that we got all the rights that we need and everything is all right. No, you can't give me a wound and just throw a Band-Aid over it. You got to heal the wound, and then we're able to stand as brothers. But by you just giving me a Band-Aid for a gunshot wound is not gonna do it.
And that's metaphorical, because what you were really saying as just you giving me my alleged rights, suddenly I can't recover. Is that what you're saying?
We lost 400 years of teaching, of schooling, of any kind of knowledge of our culture. And we're right now in the process of getting that back through rap music.
Maybe you might agree, maybe you won't agree, but it tells you about his rhetoric, who he is. This the man said the IQ of majority of us doesn't really matches the IQ of his grandfathers, and that's another reason why certain votes of us shouldn't be taken serious. Certain people in our community shouldn't even be allowed to vote. This is Joe Biden. This is open public, yet nobody challenges that. Not one of you. Nobody challenged Joe Biden. All I'm gonna say is Ice Cube is presenting a solution. So what should Ice Cube be? Another Dr. Umar Johnson for almost 12 to 13 years presenting something as the solution, only to sponge up millions of dollars and amass all this fat pockets. Not that I want to count somebody else's pocket, but nothing has been done. Or should Ice Cube turn into a Brother Polite? Should Ice Cube turn into, no disrespect, but even to a Louis Minister Farrakhan? Even though I love the Louis Minister Farrakhan, these are facts. All I'm gonna say is what has been done through their policies and rhetorics, rants and speeches while they get rich. And yes, their wisdom and knowledge has changed people like me. I give you that. But what has it done as far as what they're spewing that actually do change other than spiritual lifting? That doesn't seem to wake up the masses. Let's just keep it real. Not saying that 2/3 shouldn't be dealt with, but come on, man. Come on, man. The same thing over and over. I call that insanity. These are facts, the same repeated patterns that go over and over, man. Isn't it evil to live backwards? Live, evil, live. Isn't it evil to live backwards? But we continue to live in backwards every day. You don't have to agree with Ice Cube, because I don't agree with any contracts and such. I feel like this is nature itself. And you're going to say, Blessone, what's the solution? I feel like solutions don't constitute us speaking on YouTube about the solutions. It helps nobody.
Got to understand. What do we do next? Is there a future for us together without the anger, and how do we do that? Whites, blacks, Asians, Native Americans?
Of course, but it's most definitely on the system.
Well, forget the system for a minute, because that's like something that I can't deal with. I can deal with you as a person. I don't know what the system means.
Well, I have to deal with the system, and in most parts, the people I deal with are in the system. I'm not talking about the guy next door to me who might be a great guy. You know, I'm not angry with that person. Anybody that's down with the struggle and with what Ice Cube is trying to get out and trying to make people listen and understand our hurt, our pain, our cries, I'm down with that. But just understanding ain't enough.
Feel like this is nature itself. And you're gonna say, Blessone, what's the solution? I feel like solutions don't constitute us speaking on YouTube about the solutions. It helps nobody through these mass technologies of platforms that we have. It actually brings us backward. It counter it against it. This is just me using my military instincts in me, but what do I know? But now let's get back to this. What solution has any of these other people has brought forth? So I'm all for hearing somebody else opinion, especially if it's different than the norm of what we've been seeing traditionally through centuries, man. Like when does it get enough for you guys? But yet every time somebody comes in and thinks something outside the box, oh, be afraid of the boogeyman, the white boogeyman that's called Donald Trump. Oh, don't say Donald Trump name. We as black people, we're so weak, boss. Boss, you say Trump name, we tremble, boss. Boss, if you say Trump name, boss, the world is over with, boss. Meanwhile, you jump around and parade in Kool-Aid when you say Bill Clinton name, forgetting about all the dark countries he stole billions and millions of dollars from, all the rice fields of Haiti that Hillary Clinton robbed, Bill Clinton brother took, even more things about Dirty Bill, educational purpose. We can go through his Arkansas days. What happened to them 2 boys in Arkansas that went missing on the trains after they got murdered? Educational purpose. But we don't talk about that, all the way to Pizzagate. I don't want to get into that, man. It's the fact that you don't tremble when you say these people names. But if we say Trump name, you won't even have a dialogue of a conversation. And it's the same thing I hear. At least I'll listen to somebody if I hear a different opinion, views about President Trump, except for it's the same thing you say about him, and a lot of things are not facts. Maybe Trump is insensitive to race and this and that. I'm not voting for a president based on if he likes me or not. Can you get the job done or not? That's what I'm voting on. I'm voting on my economic interests. That's it. I don't have any faith that a president can save me from the world we live in today. I don't have no faith that a president was supposed to be the second coming of the...
out what to do. And this natural remedy can help with everything from allergies to heart disease. Tune in Sundays at 11 a.m.
Ice Cube. Yo, this is the man right here, Ice Cube of NWA. We'll be hanging out with him and all his homies at his house.
We'll be back after these commercials or breaks or cuts or whatever.
Whatever. Don't go anywhere.
See, when I was little,
every time I watch the news, the perpetrators always identify. If they can't use their names, they identify young black male this, young white male that, female this. All I'm doing is identifying the perpetrator who I felt did me wrong. Nothing else.
That's what I'm voting on. I'm voting on my economic interest. That's it. I don't have any faith that a president can save me from the world we live in today. I don't have no faith that a president was supposed to be the second coming of the Messiah. What is wrong with you people? It's a political situation going on, and a lot of it is rigged. Yes, rigged. So why don't you guys get together and argue against the electoral? But you don't. You get in. It's just weird, man. I'm not gonna keep going through the same thing over and over. You can go through the conscious communities. I don't care who I offend. You can watch them present you all this rhetoric and get fat and rich, but yet have no real solutions. Meanwhile, while Ice Cube actually, even if you agree with his solution or not, he's actually thinking of something into fruition, making it happen, going behind the scenes. Look, I don't care if it's President Trump. I don't care if it's maybe about to be President Joe Biden. I just want somebody who can do something about this situation for the masses of my people. And you know what? I support that. Regardless of what race you are, any individual that tries to make change against the system is my type of person. Any individual that goes against the grain, then we see here. We see eye to eye. I don't got time to be ingrained in the rhetoric that's being spewed and continue to divide the masses. Blue versus red versus blue. Which pill you gonna? How about I reject all the pills. I don't care what the masses are. I just want to come and engage in a civil dialogue, but we can't do that because apparently my group of people have so much insecurities that we say other people have. But if you throw out words, if you throw out names for my people, the rhetoric flies away and the docile mentality kicks in, because you think it's being docile if you're not pro-black. But to me, the real pro-blacks are the ones who go against the grain, who don't worry about the masses in their so-called communities and societies. They do what's right, and they don't wait for another person to govern them or authorize them to go and enact and do facts. Look, I'm your God bless one, man. Love your family, love your kids, and always, always stay blessed, man. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, look for the links in the description box. Come be part of the most winningest team here. If you want to see a live be done about this video today, I probably will do it because we need to talk about these so-called topics. It's very important, man. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.
Family.
Most definitely.
The one question I always want to ask you is, every time the media wants to say something and use you guys as a tool,
you know that's right,
you know, for negativity, how do you feel about that?
Well, see, in my mind, you got to define negative. You know, if I teach you something you don't know, for me, that's positive. You know, if you learn something from a good experience or a bad experience, that's positive. So, you know, they can squash all that.
I hear that.
Squash all
anyway.
that.
Make sure you guys come back for more. Hit that like button. Look for the links in the description box. Come be part of the most winningest team. Love your family, love your kids, and always stay blessed.
Boys. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice shoulder. Hey, hit him with the voice neck. Hey, side to side with the voice neck. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap. Hey, I'm moist. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap. Hey, we gonna hit him with the voice swap.
Many of you have problems finding clothes, but if you look in the description box for the information, you can find information for Top Notch clothing brand. Top Notch MME is a high-end streetwear brand for men and women with a top-notch sense of style. And look, guys, I wear it. I just bought my own clothing, and they're top-notch for real. Look, they're not just a top-notch brand. They're a way of life. Go get your own, very own top-notch brand clothing.